Hi, Virgo. Welcome to your Love and Matters of the Heart reading. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Fair warning. Or just a little side note. I've been feeling the energies before I sit down with the cards for the signs that I'm reading for. You might not be an exception. You might. But I feel like crap. It is 4:15. And I have my next client at 7 p.m. tonight. And as soon as I'm finished with this reading, I'm going to bed. The only thing I can think of that could be causing this is tree pollen is high, potentially COVID. Let's pray that it's not. Maybe Mercury retrograde. I don't know. But if you're kind of experiencing like you're moving through mud and any pressure, like I've got pressure on the back of my neck and up on the top of my head, it's okay to rest. All right. So, and lucky you, I'm going to be really quick in your reading. So I'm using the Lover's Path Tarot. A beautiful deck, beautiful deck. We'll pull a card from John Holland's Psychic Tarot for the Heart deck. Oops. Okay. And we will pull a final message from Colette Baron Reed, Postcards from Spirit, another lovely deck. It's a 9-card spread, although, as you know, I like to take whatever pops out. So some of these placements will have more than one card. I've already pulled the 6 placements, and we'll pull the final 3 on camera. With past, present, future, lessons learned, wisdom gained, how to use the wisdom gained to move forward to create the life and the love that you want in your life. Love can be, in all matters of the heart, can be about relationships, of course. But it can also be about the relationship that you have with yourself, with your passion projects, friendships, children, So it's a general reading. Take what resonates for you and leave the rest. Okay, so this is in the past. We've got the Tower energy. We have Princess of Coins, and the 2 of Staves, which would be like the 2 of Wands, okay? So in the past, it looks like, something got, some sort of an ending, or something got kind of uprooted, and it could have been caused by, an offer from someone. Sorry, let me show you the images so you can look at them as well. Okay. An offer may have been made to you as a result of the upheaval, or that it could have caused the upheaval for something new, for you to create something new, for you to start working on something new, and to, the offer could have come from, a distance, okay? The coins are, coins are, sort of tangible things, right? I suppose this could be a relationship, building on a relationship, but it could be, any kind of an offer for, a creative project. It looks like it's being offered to you, and you're kind of thinking about, well, like, what would I do with that? As I'm looking at her, she seems not quite sure. I would say she seems not quite sure if she wants to accept it. But if she does, it's like she's thinking this person could be you. Are you're thinking, well, what would be required, to of me to grow this? Okay, and so in the present is the 9 of staves, which is the 9 of wands. Okay, so you can see the people kind of making out behind the sticks there. This is, and the roots are growing in the bottom. Okay, so it could be that you have grown or have accepted that offer, and that you have been working on something. You have been growing this thing. You've been diligent. You've been nurturing. You've been, putting in the work necessary, and you kind of have put it out in there into the world. And in the present here, you may be considering right now, how long this journey has been, and you may be considering all of the work that you have been. I'm sorry, I just felt nauseous. About all of the work that you have been putting into it and what you have grown so far, and maybe even reflecting on if you want to move any further along on this path. And if you move further along on this path, like, where are you going? Where is it taking you? So you might be in a position right now. It's kind of a rest position. It's a well, yeah, I started off this reading, say, like, if you need to rest, rest, right? It's been a long haul. We need to rest, right? I don't want to get too much into the discussion. I just want to do the reading. So 7 of coins is in your future position. Again, taking time out to really think about what it is that you have manifested so far, what it is that you can harvest from all of the work that you've done. This is interesting. I don't know if this looks like the mother. Almost even looks like could be like an older sister. You may be even passing along some of your, what do we want to call it? Experience, lessons learned along the way to those who come behind you. Could be your own children, but it could just be to anyone, who's like coming up behind you. So, she's been working, building her coin. Mentor is the word I want. Could be mentoring other people. So in the future, you may be deciding, like, this thing that I've grown, do I pull it up and harvest, take seeds and plant it somewhere else, maybe like expand my crop even bigger and larger? Or do I compost it? Do I, what do I do with it? It's also, both of these are very rest oriented. For me, the big difference is that in the 7, it's a choice point. It's like a point for you to level up. So, are you growing the thing that you really, really, truly care about? Is what you're working on something that is really going to level you up in some way? Does that make sense? Because, like, you could take I'm talking too much. I'm just going to leave it at that. Does that make sense? Okay. Lessons learned. Let me take a little drink. Wow. Some more beautiful drawings here. Fortune, okay, so let's look the Wheel of Fortune. 10. Completions are also new beginnings. The wheel is always turning, okay? Fate, fortune, destiny, temperance, okay? Balancing, patience, alchemy, and the Eight of Coins. You know, the apprentice, the work is the thing, the path, the practice. So what I'm seeing for the lesson learned is that there is an understanding. It seems like there's an understanding, or you've gained an understanding. You had to learn this lesson that, you know, sometimes you're up and sometimes you're down. But it's important to understand, you know, that the balance, the spectrums, the cycles of life, right? And, you know, sometimes there are times, it's like Ecclesiastes, to everything there is a season and a time to every purpose. So, you know, there are times when you are more assertive and you're more action oriented, and there are times when you are more receptive and introspective and still. And, you know, if you can learn to dance with the cycles of life, with the turns of fate, but stay on your path, keep doing the work, like never stop. Following your passions, or understanding, I always say, like, if you can understand your why or your North Star, it won't matter what it ultimately looks like. It's just that you're following that larger kind of why, and I think you've had to learn some lessons about that, you know, staying in the work, staying on your path, practicing, learning. Okay, and wisdom gained, Ace of Staves, passion, opportunities, expansion, okay, brand new, and the Queen of Cups, okay. So what you nurture if you take new opportunities as they show up, as they are given, if you decide that those are the things that you want to work on, and you are patient, and you are nurturing and mindful, you know, like you maintain your vision, you can and will have an opportunity to birth something you know, when the time is right. See the full moon there? It's almost like I'm getting a sense that this is about you learning to move with the cycles of life, of really being able to appreciate and attune to the cycles of life, to be real intuitive with them, so that you can understand flow, you know, yourself being in the flow or out of the flow, but you're never out of the flow. Your flow just might be like right now, like sludge. And I could be feeling it to this level, right? I'm a Virgo as well. But I always do my reading before so I get myself out of the way. But yeah, it's up to you, essentially, is what I want to say. In how you approach new opportunities for love, for passion, or for passion projects. What you focus on, what you decide that you are going to put your focus, intention, love, nurturing, soul into, you absolutely can bring to fulfillment, fruition, birth. Okay, and how to move forward in order to create or manifest the life or the love that you want. 10 of staves, okay? So you do the work. You stay determined, perseverative. If the work becomes overwhelming or becomes a burden, or you're doing it like all on your own, and it becomes too much, then it certainly is okay to, like I said, to rest, to stay in the flow of creation. There's always time for rest on the seventh day, right? But what I like about this card, this 10 of staves, this particular one, as opposed to the Rider-Waite, is that you can see all 10 of the wands. They're set up in a structure where they're holding themselves up. And I think if you create that structure for yourself, whether that's, surrounding yourself with people that can help you, you still can build whatever it is that you want. It's still your work. Nothing wrong with having support. But, you build, I can't think, I can't talk. You build something that feels complete, structured, solid, successful. Okay. And let's see what to leave behind. Who or what to leave behind? Who or what to leave behind? Who or what to leave behind? Ooh. Ha. Interesting. 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck with 2 of Coins. Okay. So, I don't know if you can see this on camera, but there's kind of a eternity sign here, right? And then with this at the bottom of the deck, it could be that you are trying to juggle to relationships. It could be that if you are trying to juggle two relationships, or you are trying to juggle or balance maybe like work against relationships, I feel like you have been in this place before where you're trying to figure out, like, how do I balance it all? How do I balance it all? And when you're trying to balance it all, right, you're not necessarily focused on the one. If you see up here on the mountain, there's no structure. Whereas in some of the other cards in here, the mountain does show a structure. So I feel like what to leave behind is the sense that you have to be balancing and juggling all these different things up in the air, and maybe for you it's more important at this time to get more clear and focused, and maybe that's just about when I'm with my people, my family, my friends, I'm focused on that. And when I'm doing my work, I'm focused on that. And not blurring everything and doesn't make any sense. Okay. So we're leaving the juggling act behind. Doing too much. What are we focusing on? I'm not taking all of those. What are we focusing on? Yo, okay. The Fool card, this is called Innocence in here, okay? Where's your spirit leading you? Where's your intuition leading you? Okay. New opportunities. Okay. Focus on trusting. Focus on new beginnings. Focus on what's inspiring to you. Focus on anything. This is pure inspiration. Card of just being led by inspiration. By your you want to avoid like being too impulsive and being a fool, but it's underneath this path and this journey. You've learned a lot along this journey, so use your wisdom. Use your experience, combined with an inspiring pull or nudge to maybe take a leap, Try something new. Go somewhere new. I don't know. Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Into building whatever it is that you're you're building here, thinking about building. Okay, so we do still have, we have the Hangman, which is called sacrifice here. Okay, so she's kind of pulling his arm back. Okay, so that means that it's a time, again, this is a time, this is also part of Pisces, it's a time to take a pause, to gain some perspective, to really get clear, to see all the kind of the different angles for what comes next. Oh, look, because we had Princess of Coins here, and now we have Prince of Coins, okay? You know? So what's the next step in what I'm building? What's my next step now? Take some time, gain some perspective. This seems to me to be a period of rest. It is not a forward movement period for you. We are in Mercury retrograde, so I guess that makes a lot of sense. But it definitely could be a time for you for reflection and for just getting really clear on what you're feeling pulled towards. Okay, King of Cups is here. You know, a man that's you know, he's a nurturing person, caring person, but he moves in a practical manner. He's restraint, you know, he does follow his intuition. He's not impulsive, but he is led with his heart. He cares deeply about this. Has been all freaking day. That just feels like a mess. Let me take a deep breath. I can't even tell you how many things I've dropped today. It's time to slow down. Okay. Okay. One more message from the John Holland. Message for Virgo. Thank you. Okay. All right. Well, we got Temperance again here. Or is it the Star card? Yeah, maybe this is the Star card. Okay. Yeah. So healing at the bottom of the deck. Hope and healing. Okay. Confronting. So we got the Moon card and success and growth. Okay. 8 of Cups. Yeah. It's really a time to kind of dig deep, to if there's anything that you feel is holding you back or blocking you, you know, kind of explore that, dig deep into any of that. I haven't seen a whole lot of like anything that's like really blocking you per se, but you know, it may just be, like I said, this is the Moon card. It's a time of going within and really getting to know yourself, your motivations, maybe even like asking yourself, you know, your why. So why would I continue on this path, or why would I not continue on this path? Like ultimately, not surface, but ultimately, right? What am I trying to achieve? What are the action steps? Why would I take this path? Why would that be important to me? Am I on track with what I want to create as my legacy? Am I on path with my purpose? Yeah, I think a lot of us are exploring that to a deeper level, a micro and a macro level, than we ever really kind of have. Let me just make sure I got, yeah, okay. Dearest you, even though life seems now to be moving full steam ahead, it's a time to rest. There you go. Allow ideas to flow through you and take root in your heart before they reach your mind. Honor this process by becoming empty to allow for inspiration and the magic of dreaming. You might feel lazy or unproductive, but we know better. Just as sleep is a way to recharge before renewal, so are you in a time for dreaming. In this powerful process of co-creation, your soul merges with spirit in a profound way so you can receive your music directly from source and play your part in the symphony of life. You are being invited to bear witness to the great creation and tune into what others can't hear. We have so many dreams to share with you in the sacred and in the invisible. Don't worry, we will wake you when it's time to return with a new dream. No need to set an alarm clock. Whoa. Somebody else get this recently? Did I? Interesting. Okay, Virgo, there you go. Take time to rest. Everything in divine timing, dear one. Okay, be well. Bye-bye.